between the realm of the dead and the journeys of the living. Join Josh, Jamie, and Elisa as they delve into the vast world of the paranormal and breathe life back into the history of the departed.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Paranormal Peeps podcast. I'm Elisa.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Jamie.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, for our third episode, we're going to be talking about an app.
Oh.
Like on your phone.
Okay.
And it's called Randonautica. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this because this came out in 2020. So when there was a lot of quarantining going on from COVID, so people were, wanting something to do. Well, Randonautica kind of gave you a reason to get out, but it was an easy way to social distance from others. Okay, so let's start with what exactly is Randonautica, okay? So first of all, they claim it came out February 22nd of 2020, and that's according to its creators, okay? It gained popularity, obviously, during COVID, during lockdown, and then it got fueled even more by social media platforms, obviously, like TikTok. That was a big factor, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, something goes on TikTok, it catches, fire quickly and blows up, right?
Yep.
So what's the idea behind it? Well, it's supposed to generate random coordinates for users, which are their users are referred to as randonauts, right? And so it's supposed to generate these coordinates for you to explore with a specific intention in mind.
And don't you tell it the intention?
I don't know. I've never used the app. So I've watched videos, online about, like, some people are like, you just think or say out loud your intention. So I wonder if it is just that you say it out loud and not type it in, and your phone has like a microphone. Do you think that it...
Well, and I think you do type in something. I think whether it's having, like, what kind of experience do you want to have?
Yeah.
And it will direct you towards that experience.
Right. If you want to look into the app, I would go look into it. I'm not going to get into details, just the idea behind it. And then I'm going to share some stories.
Okay.
So one of these stories is there was a gal and her best friend who was a guy. And they decided, because they've seen all the videos online, well, why don't we try this? So they download the app and they set their intention as death.
Oh. Okay, so like maybe like cemetery or something, right? Like that's what you would think.
Right, death, right? Well, the thing is it can mean so many different things. Okay. Anyways, it gives them these coordinates, and these coordinates are only like maybe 5 miles from where they're at. So they head on over there. And when they get there, down in this ditch, there's a man laying in the ditch. And there's a woman that's over him. And so they get out and run over there. Well, this guy had been shot.
Oh, my goodness.
And so, like, her best friend puts his coat over this guy, and then they wait for the ambulance to get there. But there is a video online, and she's, like, recording, not, like, of this guy being in the ditch, but the aftermath of, like, when they're driving, and she is bawling. She is freaked out. But it took them... These random coordinates ended up taking them to a part of town that was really a sketchy part of town. So there was a higher probability that they would probably see something.
Right.
So that's one story. And to me, it's weird. You put your intention as death and you actually... So the guy that was shot in the ditch, just so y'all know, he ended up making it.
Oh, that's good.
But... still a freaky experience. Not one I'd want to experience.
Well, It's something that it makes you wonder, like, who is behind this app?
Yeah, there's 2 creators behind it. So what their thought process, from what I gathered on the app, is they believe that when, and it's kind of like what we've talked about in the past, when you put something out there so much, it kind of breathes life into it.
Right.
So I think what they were getting at when they were explaining it is they're kind of getting at, like, that theory. Okay. So another one is this one gal, okay, so I don't know what she said. So a lot of these videos, they don't say what their intention is. I've noticed. Okay. Only some of them will tell you what the intention is. But this one gal, like everybody else, she was seeing it on the videos on TikTok and everything. And so she's like, I'm going to try it. So she gets coordinates, right?
Is she by herself?
Yes. She's totally, and she videoed it, the whole thing. And you can find it on YouTube. But she gets these coordinates and she goes, and it's like in the woods, right? And it's daytime. And she goes to like this, it's sunny, it's beautiful out. She's like surrounded by all these leafy trees. But there's like these little pieces of paper all over. And they have like drawings on them. And the drawings are, they look like a child drew them. But they're creepy. They're very creepy. And as she's like around there, you hear a little kid say something to her.
Ooh.
And I couldn't quite make it out. But she actually heard it with her own ears because her reaction to it was, I mean, she freaked out. And she left. Well, she decided to go back because everybody online was like, go back, go back, go back. So she goes back. And that time you could hear a little kid say something, but this time she didn't hear it. At the time it was saying it. She did not
only
hear
on
it.
the recording.
Only on the recording, right? But what she did do was she gathered up these pieces of paper with these drawings on it. And then in the bushes, she found like this, almost like a little journal. And so she grabbed that too. And then she hightailed it out of there. She threw them in her closet at home. And she didn't look at them because she was kind of scared to.
Yeah.
Well, so finally, with everybody reaching out to her online saying, go through them, look in the journal, tell us what it is. She did a video of her going through and she showed all the drawings. And they're kind of creepy. And there's one that looks like the devil. Like a little kid drew the devil, like it's this red figure with horns. Mm-hmm. And it says, trust me, I'm nice, or something like that.
Ugh.
Or I'm friendly, or it says something like that. It's weird. But then she's looking through the journal, okay? And the journal is weird. It doesn't say, like, she doesn't really let you look in, like, really good detail. Like, she's just flipping through it. But when she flips to this one page, taped to this page are, like, two little things of, like, hair. Like someone's hair.
Ugh.
And then there's some writing on the other page. But you can't really read it because she's, like, just going through it too fast.
Like skimming through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another experience. But you can actually hear the EVPs on the video. And
that's wild.
That's cool.
Yep. So then there's this other one, this guy, young kid, probably 18, 20 maybe, right? That's young to me anyways.
Right.
He decides to try it. So he downloads the app, he gets some coordinates, and he notices that the coordinates are along an ATV trail, right? So he gets on his four-wheeler, and he goes and follows the coordinates. And when he gets there, there's this car, this junked out car in there. And he's like, this car's been here. You can tell it's been there a long time because like the seats, you can see the springs.
Oh, yeah. And it's
like
probably all rusted.
It's all rusted. It's all smashed. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's been there a hot minute.
Around the car, there's like some little kid toys. Nothing major, right? Just like a couple little things. And he also gets an EVP, right? And he heard it. It was audible to him because then he left. So then people online obviously encouraged him to go back. So he went back, and he went back at night because they told him to go back at night. And again, there's a little kid voice that says, do you want to play a game? Yeah. And he didn't hear that at the time. He only heard it after he went back and was editing his video to post. So then he decided, okay, I'm going to go back one more time. And he went during the day, and he put his intention as answers. So when he went back, there was the car, but a little ways away from the car, he found like this little shack that had collapsed that wasn't far from the car. Like it looked like nothing more than like a size of like maybe an outhouse. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't big.
Right, tiny.
Yeah, but in it, there were like some more toys and stuff. And he didn't really experience anything. He said just an odd feeling, but he didn't hear anything. He didn't get any EVPs. So he went back home. So a few nights later, him and his girlfriend decide to play on the Ouija board.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So they're playing around on the Ouija board, and the Ouija board ends up spelling out the word car, like the car he found.
Right.
So it ends up spelling car. And so after that, his girlfriend gets up and she goes, "Nope, I'm done."
Yep, I'm out.
And she walked away.
We're done.
So then in the middle of that night, they're woken up by like a loud crash, right? So he gets up, grabs his video camera because he's like, freaky things are happening. And so he walks and he goes in this one room and you can see that there's like a chair flipped over and his computer keyboard's been flung off the desk and there's things around the room. And then you hear something, he whips around and a painting, part of it come off and it's swinging.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just hanging by one of the nails.
Right.
The other side came off. And then and ever since then, he's like, I'm not using that app anymore. He deleted it. He's like, I'm not using it. It's too weird. So
that is wild.
It's creepy, right? So also Josh, Exploring with Josh.
Yeah.
And who's the other one? Steve Ronan. Okay. So they're urban explorers. And they've been doing this for years, right? They go all over the place. They decided to use the app. And I can't remember what they put in. I want to say it was like abandoned.
Yeah.
And it gave them coordinates. They followed the coordinates. It led them into the woods. And they came across this 2-story abandoned house, right? So they go in there. And I don't remember if they heard anything or not, but one thing that did happen was the cops showed up.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And pulled him out of there and questioned him and stuff. And it's all on video. It was kind of funny. But I mean, there's been like somebody went down there and they wanted to see something dead. And him and his best friend, which was a girl, and they went down and it led him through woods to like this creek.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was a river or a creek. It was large. Like it wasn't huge, but it was smooth flowing water. And they see this thing floating their way, right? And at first they thought it was a log.
Right.
And when it got closer, it was a beaver. It was dead.
Oh.
It was on its back. It was all bloated. So it had been dead for a little while because it had puffed up with the gases.
Right.
Like this thing looked like it was ready to pop.
Ugh.
But it was a dead beaver just floating by. Like, what are the chances at that time that they're there that a dead beaver floats by?
Yeah. That's
Like, seriously.
Well,
what are the
Seems
chances?
pretty random because I've been to a lot of water and I've never seen a dead beaver floating.
Well, no, I've never seen a dead anything floating down there.
I've
I've
dead
seen-
carp and stuff.
Well,
but
right. But beyond that.
I've seen
Not
like
very much.
dead rats or,
Yeah.
things like that. Like
But I
I've
mean,
seen-
just the timing of it, right?
Yeah, so that is some weird stuff though.
Right.
Okay, so would you use it?
I don't know. If I were to use it, I would use it during the day.
Right.
For sure. And even the people during the day have come across some really weird
Sketch things,
right? Some really, I don't know. I think there's more to it. There's so many weird stories out there. And some of them, in fact, I can probably guarantee some of them are probably not true. But I think there are ones out there that are true. Did you hear about the one where these group of kids in Seattle decided to do it? And this made the news across the whole country.
Is this the one where they found the suitcase?
Yes.
Yes.
They were using-
I did see this one.
Yes, they were using the Randonautica app. They were bored. It was during the day. It gave them some coordinates. They went down there. There was a black suitcase off of the pier down in the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the tide was more out at the time. So it was caught on the rocks. And they were joking around. They're like, oh, maybe it's money. And so one of the gals went down there and opened it up and kind of poked it with a stick. And the minute they unzipped that and flipped that lid, this putrid smell comes out and it's full of black trash bags. And so they called the authorities and the cops showed up and yeah, sure enough, it was a chopped up dead body in that suitcase. And a few days later, another one washed up with more body parts in it.
Ugh.
So, I mean, this is it's a weird app, you guys. And there's one where this guy and his gal, they were driving and they're kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
They're on this 2-lane road. And it gave them, they wanted creepy and strange were their intention. And it led them to this place, and they pulled it off the side of the road, and they got out, and there's like this fence line, okay? And it's lined with all these decrepit dolls that are just tied up in this barbed wire.
That's weird.
Along this whole fence. Some are burnt, some are missing eyes, some are missing limbs. And there's this sign, and I think it's in Spanish. I got a picture of it. I don't know exactly what it says, obviously, because I don't read Spanish. I'm going to try and find out, though, because I'm really curious. And as they go up what looks like a driveway, okay, and it's lined both sides, dolls, decrepit dolls, okay, they walk in the middle of the day. They're walking up there, right? And when they kind of get up and go, like a soft left turn, right? Just kind of softly bangs to the left. On the right-hand side of that turn, there's these 3 things that look like scarecrows. And they're weird because they're wearing, obviously, people clothes, but there's something strange about them.
Right.
And when you go a little bit further, well, and especially the third one, because it has like 4 arms and hands and like either 4 or 6 legs. It's weird.
Weird.
That is weird.
And when you go a little further, there's like this little shack, right? Don't know what it is. It's not very big. Like, it's not even the size of a shed. It's small. And it looks creepy. But then as the guy, he kind of goes up a little further, and you don't see him, but he says there's people over there, weird people doing something, and it was weird. But then they hightailed it out of there. So it was rumored, they found out later, that a witch lives there. But who knows? But I don't know. I think this app seems to put you in situations that aren't necessarily good.
But
a lot of it.
That's
well, and like, this is the mystery behind it. How does it do that?
Like some of the things, like abandoned, right?
I could see an abandoned house.
Yes.
Right. Abandoned. I mean, those can be easily cataloged and marked. But like, you put in death.
I know a lot of people do.
And that's you find a guy that's been shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the intention of the person that shot him was probably to kill him.
Yes.
So, but that's pretty, like, on the nose. What if, here's a morbid thought.
Well, this is a morbid app. Let's go.
What if there is, I don't know, 10, 20,000 people on the other side of the app, right?
Yep.
And so...
Yeah, I've thought about this.
So you
I
put in...
I know where you're going.
You put in death, right? And they're like, hey, show up to this coordinate. And they're already in the area. So they go over and just make something happen.
Wouldn't that be... That's messed up if that would...
Oh, that is...
If there was any truth to that, that would be
up.
Freaky. Yeah, there's another one where a guy and his girlfriend put in death, and this was in the middle of the day, and it took them to this nice neighborhood, right? And they were kind of sitting there and at this stop sign, and all of a sudden they see like an ambulance coming this way, okay? And it stops right at the house where their coordinate ends. And then another ambulance comes. And so then they turn up the street, and then they turn around, right? Yeah, somebody died. Somebody died.
Oh, my goodness.
And then there were these 2 girls that their coordinates led them to a retirement home, assisted living home. And theirs was death, right? And it was during the day. And they're like, well, nothing's happening. So they pull out and they go up to the light. And then all of a sudden, there comes an ambulance. And she's like, wouldn't that be scary if it turned into the retirement home? And sure enough, it did. Like, that freaks me out a little bit. Because here's the thing. When you put in your intention, right, and it's death, what if you were to go out and die in a car accident and it's your death? You ever think about that?
That's a whole nother...
But do you ever think about that?
I mean, I wouldn't have.
I
was
did.
thinking about that when you're telling the stories.
Yeah.
I was like,
So
because they're all, because the part is they're doing them live, right? Some of these people
Yeah.
are doing it on a live feed.
Mm-hmm.
So could you imagine them going out, like, okay, well, I put in this intention, this is where I'm going. And then you just see the thing drop. The phone drops. And it just lands next to the person as their body just hits the ground.
I could see this becoming a movie.
If it isn't
totally.
a movie, it should be a movie.
Yeah.
I could totally see this becoming a movie.
It's like The Ring.
Yep. Or like, what's one where it like shakes a lot? Do you remember? It's like they're recording the entire time.
Blair Witch.
Oh, the Blair Witch
Witch.
Project. Yeah.
Something like that where
Yep.
it's like that firsthand experience.
Yeah. That could be good if it's done right.
Or The Forest.
Well, yeah, like this one couple, they put in scared, and it led them to this neighborhood that was gated. It was like a fancier neighborhood. It was gated. So they couldn't get in the gate, obviously. So they turned around and they parked on the other side. Okay. And then this white Mustang comes up. It was a newer Mustang, obviously, comes up, goes in the gate, but turns around, comes back out, and pulls up behind them and just sits there. And so they're like, well, this is kind of weird. So they're like, okay, we should go. Nothing's happening. Let's go. They leave. This car follows them. Like it's following them everywhere they go. Every turn they make, all of it. Every lane change they do. But it's following them. Well, they wanted scared.
And they got it.
And they got it because
they got their own scared.
They really started to panic, which honestly, I would too.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
I would totally panic myself. I'd freak out.
And that's the piece, right? It's like, that's what makes me think in some of it that there's somebody behind it. Because the probability of you putting in scared, going to a set of coordinates.
That's nearby.
Well, you put in the distance you want. You can pick 1 to 5 miles or 10 miles.
Right. I wonder if it's kind of like an Uber thing where they give these people these locations.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, hey, this person wants scared at this location or within these coordinates.
Right.
Make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Send them your location.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
But there would have to be so many people behind it.
Millions.
And I bet there would be whistleblowers.
Well, something would have leaked somewhere.
Something.
By now.
That's why I'm like, I would personally never use the app. I've seen some of these things.
Yes.
And as soon as you said app, I was like, oh, I know what she's talking about.
Totally.
And I wouldn't.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a Ouija board.
Yeah. You don't know what you're opening up.
You don't know what you're opening up and you don't know what you're getting. And
you really
maybe, who knows, maybe the intentions in building this app weren't like that. Or maybe it was.
I don't know.
Because I haven't seen any of the good stuff.
Mm-mm.
Like, let's find flowers.
Right?
Or something like that. I haven't seen anything like that.
But if you think about it, I mean, if that's what people were doing, like nobody would put it online. Nobody would put it on TikTok or Twitter or any of those things.
What, finding flowers?
Yeah, nobody would.
Oh, yeah, they would. Totally they would.
But they don't.
People, yeah.
But so that's the thing, though. It's like,
you come across the really scary ones, obviously.
Because
that's what pulls people in. You know how they say sex sells?
Yes.
So does the scare factor.
Oh, 100%.
Haunted.
But the thing is, though, is there's still a lot of people who like to watch good things.
Yes.
There are.
And uplifting things. And like, how cool, you can use this app and find like all these really cool flowers. Like, you guys should totally check this out.
Like, somebody should totally, is willing, should totally put like happy as their intention.
I would like,
joyful.
I think it'd be fun to grab it and do something like that. Put flowers, put garden, put something benign, right? Something good, happy, and see where it takes you,
right?
And see if it takes you to flowers or something that would be happy. Happy is happy in a sense is tough, right? Because it's so it's so variant. What makes one person happy makes another person sad.
Sure.
And so it's hard to say which.
Well,
but in that sense, though, if it truly is reading intention,
right.
then, and it's working that way, then it would take you to what you're looking for.
Right. Well, and there have been people who've done things like, there was a group of friends and they're like, let's try it. They did it at night and they picked like a radius of like 10 miles, I think it was.
Sure.
And they put in their intention as orange. Orange.
Mm-hmm.
So it led them down this podunk road. And then up ahead, the road was blocked off by orange construction cones.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting to see how that would work.
Yeah, because I think they had the same thought, is why don't we just put something in totally random instead of what everybody's doing, like scared or death or haunted, and
Right.
let's see what happens. So, yeah.
It's interesting.
But there's a lot of stories. You can go on YouTube and just search up Randonautica. There's so many videos. I can't say that they're all true, obviously, because you just don't know.
With this day and age and the way
Yeah.
People fake everything for
Yeah.
clicks and for likes. Yeah. But I do believe that there are a lot of them that are probably true.
live feeds are a lot harder to fake.
Yep.
Not impossible,
Right.
just harder.
But there's also videos of people that actually explain what the app is and how it, kind of all the details about it, and all the settings you can set and everything. So, because as far as that goes, because I'm not going to download it, so I really don't know, But I found it really interesting. I've seen a few that you can tell 100% are fake.
Oh,
Like this one guy's like, yeah, it led me here in the middle of the woods. Oh, look, there's a trail cam stuck to this tree. And so he takes it and goes home. Yeah, there's an SD card in it. Let's see what's on it. Like, it's obvious that it is such hoo-ha,
yeah.
And then it, when he plays what's on the SD card, it shows figures and weird outfits out there, 2 of them, and it's like totally him and his buddy. Like, it's just a bunch of bull hooey.
Hey, why is it always rituals happening in the woods?
I don't know.
Or the
Because it's secluded and nobody will find it.
Yep.
Or less likely anyway.
Yep. Like, I don't know. There was this one that I heard a long time ago, a few years ago, actually, and they wanted to find body parts, and it led them out to the woods, and this was at night, and they found body parts of like a mannequin strewn
Really?
about. Yeah. Arms, legs, torso. Never found the head of it, but they found the body parts of a mannequin all over the forest. So,
how did that get there?
Somebody's like, oh, I got a mannequin. Let's hurry and take it apart and throw it out in the woods.
let's just toss it around. Toss it like a salad.
They're like with friends, and so the friends in the back are texting. So you can't see. Hurry, go to the woods and throw the mannequin around.
Here are the coordinates.
Yeah. So anyways, try it, don't try it. Please, if you try it, do it during the day for one. And do something that's not so dark. Like, don't put your dark intentions in there. Just put something a little bit lighter, I think.
Try rainbow.
Try safe. Heck,
Ooh.
try money. Try money.
Ooh, safe and money. Then you go out and you
Find money.
You go out into the woods, especially in Utah. You find the woods, and then
Go up in the mountains.
and then there's a safe full of money.
Right? Yeah. I found it interesting. And like I said, there's a lot out there. But I think so many people have put so much into some of this stuff that I think it's kind of taken on a life of its own a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of tough too because 2020 was the start of the insane social media explosion.
Oh, of
where-
course.
Oh, yeah.
Where people started doing everything for
Well, because
clicks.
everything was in lockdown, pretty much, and
That's when the Tide Pod challenge came out.
all that stupid stuff. So, but Randonautica is still a thing. I don't think it's as popular, but I still think there's a lot of people using this out there.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Check it out. Don't check it
Absolutely.
out. Personally, I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna either.
I'm good. I'm just gonna leave it there.
So leave it where it sits.
But use caution if you do. Be smart about it. Don't go alone.
Yeah, that's kind of the good rule for ghost hunting too. Don't go alone.
Don't go alone. Yeah.
Well, everybody, hope you enjoyed the episode. Please use it responsibly.
Or just don't use
or
it.
Don't use it at all.
That's our recommendation personally. But we can't tell you what to do.
And as always, stay ghosty, my peeps.
Thank you for listening to the Paranormal Peeps podcast. You can find us on social media at Twitter at CPR Paranormal, on Facebook at Paranormal Peeps Podcast and Cold Spot Paranormal Research. And you can find us on Instagram at coldspot_paranormal_research.